All right, let's go over the gear you see here. A good fixed blade knife, 20 meters of paracord, and a reliable compass are not.
These are the items I never venture out without. From the knife to the cooking pot, each piece serves a vital purpose in a survival.
Today I'm heading to a deserted island. I will only bring what I can carry, and every tool must have a real survival. This is the essential loadout for the next 72 hours. Let's make sure everything is secure. On an island, a small cut can become a big problem. First aid is not optional.
Tarp is folded tightly and strapped to the outside. Pot and cup secured. Water is accessible. Now for the final weight check before...
This knife is not for showing off. It is for cutting rope, preparing food, carving wood, and building.
Everything I need is right here. Just making sure it's all secure before we head out. We're running out of days.
If I follow the wrong order, I waste energy. The plan must stay simple.
No shortcuts today. I prepare first, then I survive, step by step.
Day 1. Leaving the safe zone now. From here on out, survival is the only mission.
The island is waiting. Once I leave the coast, every decision matters.
We've reached the pier. The boat's waiting. Time to grab the gear and head out before the tide...
From here, there is no store, no house, and no easy help. I must think before I act. That island is where the real test begins. I need shelter, water, fire, food, and a sick...
We're finally here. Time to see what this place has in store. Shelter first, water second, fire third, food fourth, signal always ready. Okay, I'm assessing the coastline now. Need to find a safe landing point away from those rocks and check the tide line for a potential camp. First priority is securing the boat above the high tide line. That took more effort than I expected. Now, let's see what this island...
The first mistake is rushing. Before I build anything, I need to read the... All right, first things first, I need to chart this area. Beach access here, dense jungle starting here. If I can get to that high ground, I should be able to spot a water... Shelter near the beach, water near the forest, food between both. That is the first plan.
I've mapped the key areas: water, rocks, forest. The tide comes up to...
Boat is secured and the high tide line marked. Now I need to get this gear up to the safe zone near the forest before nightfall. Part 1 is complete. I reached the island. Now I need a safe camp before the sun gets high. Next, I find shelter, water, and a safe place to survive the first night. Part 2 begins now. First, I need a safe camp above the tide line. I need shelter close to the beach, but not where the tide can reach me. This spot has wind protection from the rocks, shade from the palms, and a clear view of... If I sleep below this line, the sea can take everything while I'm just clearing this area now. Got to make sure it's level and free of sharp stuff before I lay down the tarp. Everything must stay visible. If I lose one tool, the island becomes harder. Simple shelter first. Shade now, rain cover later. A good knot saves time and energy. The wind is strong here by the ocean, so I'm using these stones to secure the corners of the tarp. It is not comfortable yet, but it is safe, dry, and above the top. Camp is started. Now I need to understand what food and water this island can give without wasting. I will explore slowly. The island decides the plan, not me. Dry wood means fire later. Shells and rocks may show where food collects when the tide drops. I'm building a map before I build a fire.
This soil is damp. Fresh water may be deeper inland, but I will not rush into the forest before camp is.
Only dead wood for now. I need dry material, not damaged. Fire is not next yet. I'm collecting before I burn energy. The tide pools look promising. I'm checking these rocks for shellfish or maybe a few crabs. We need the protein. These tracks mean food may be here when the tide drops. I will come back with tools later. From higher ground, I can see the shape of the island without wasting too much energy. All right, I'm marking the location of this tidal pool on the map now. It's just past the main beach near the larger rock formation.
That sound is not wind. Something small may be hurt.
Easy, little one. I'm not here to hurt you. Small animal, small movements. I need to clean the scratch and keep it calm.
Slow and gentle. Stress can hurt more than the scratch. This shelter is for me, but today it protects both of us. The island gave me a responsibility before it gave me.
I came here to survive alone, but survival also means knowing when to protect life.
If it chooses to eat, that is a good sign.
She is stronger now. If she can move on her own, she belongs back in the wild.
Go on. This island is your home.
That was not part of my plan, but it was the right thing to do. Now I need to continue the survival.
It's been a few days now. The routine is setting in. Check the tides, gather what I can, and make a note of everything. Still.
You came back? I helped you once, and now you brought me a gift. Wait, you want me to follow you?
Slow down, I'm coming. Incredible. Right here under the root. 4 little ones and the mother keeping watch.
4 little ones. You brought me here to show me your family. This island is not empty. It is full of lives trying to survive too. I will not disturb them. I only needed to see why she came back. Part 2 changed the survival challenge. I found camp, explored the island, helped an injured squirrel, and learned this place has its own. Next, I need food from the beach, and I need to keep this camp safe for whatever comes next. I won't disturb them, but if they follow me, I need to keep them safe near camp.
Slow steps. The mother knows the way, and I will not rush the babies.
This side of camp is safe, shaded, and away from the fire area.
All right, I've gathered the softest leaves and palm fibers I could find. This should make a good, dry home for the mother and her.
I will give them space. Wild animals need safety, not control.
Now I need food for myself. The tide is dropping, and the black rocks may hold crabs, fish, and shellfish. I need to travel light, so I'm taking the knife, my fishing gear, the cup for water, this basket, and a good stick. Let's see what...
Low tide gives a short window. I need to work carefully before the water returns.
Crab tracks, shells, and trapped pools. This is where food collects when the tide pulls back. Hands last, eyes first. I need to know what is hiding in the rocks. Only what I can identify, only what I need. No panic, no grabbing blindly. Let the crab move into the basket. First food found. Small, but useful. It's a small fish, so I'll cook it whole and nothing will go to waste. Enough for one meal. Survival is not about taking everything. Now I clean everything before the fire. Sand and salt can ruin a meal. All right, let's see what we've got. Fresh snails, crabs, and a couple of fish. I'll set up the pot and water bottle over here by the fire.
Clean first. Cook second. Rushing food preparation can make you sick.
The knife stays controlled. Small fish need simple prep. Fish will roast beside the fire. Shellfish will boil in the pot. Fire stays small, controlled, and away from the shelter. Tinder first, then twigs, then larger wood. Fire needs all. There it is. Small flame, controlled.
Using these rocks as a support, I'm putting the shellfish directly over the flames. We should have fresh steamed crab in no time.
The pot must sit over the flame, not beside it. Heat has to reach the water evenly.
Fish beside the flame, shellfish in the pot. Different food, different...
Even here, patience makes food better.
Let it cool before eating. Hunger can make... We finally got the fire going and dinner is served. Check out this spread. Fresh fish, crabs, and snails, all...
Simple food, hard-earned food. This is what the island gives when I work with the Only a little, only safe, and only if she chooses.
Trust is not taken. It is earned slowly.
Water, food, fire, shelter. Tonight the basics, just organising the cooking gear and clearing these shells away from the shelter. Proper hygiene is essential out here if you want to avoid problems.
Part 3 was about food, but also responsibility. The tide gave me a meal, and the squirrel family reminded me this island.
Next, I finish this challenge, review what worked, and decide what this island taught me. The meal is finished. Now the most important part is leaving the camp clean and safe. A fire is useful only when it stays controlled. Before I sleep or leave, I make sure it cannot spread. I never walk away from warm embers. On an island, one careless fire can destroy everything. Good survival is not only finding food, it is keeping your tools ready for the next problem. They are calm now. I help them.
but they still belong to the... When they are ready, they choose the forest. I do not choose for them.
I will move their safe bedding closer to the trees and let the mother decide.
Slow and steady. The safest rescue is the one that ends with freedom.
As the light fades, they head into the shelter of the roots. A good lesson in survival.
That is the right ending for them. Safe, wild, and together. Now I need to finish my own challenge. Shelter, fire, food, and respect for this.
This challenge taught me that survival is not about fighting nature. It is about reading nature, using less energy, and making care. The plan worked because I kept it simple. Shelter first, water next, fire controlled, food from the tide, and a sick...
Everything I used must be checked. Everything I changed must be cleaned.
A good camp should protect me, but it should not leave a mess behind. If every tool returns to its place, the next trip starts safer. I take care of the place because the place took... The tide is rising again. That means it is time to leave before the beach changes. I came in with one backpack, I leave with one backpack, a few lessons, and no reason to disturb this island more. Gear secured, boat secured, final check before leaving.
This island gave me more than a survival test. It reminded me that every place has life before we arrive.
Time to head out. Thanks for following along, everyone. Until next time. If you enjoyed this survival journey, please support the channel with one like and one subscribe. Your support gives me motivation to make more real...
If you have an idea for the next survival challenge, leave a comment below. I will read your ideas and try to make them in the next... Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay curious, and never underestimate nature.
Well, this is it. Gear is secured. Now I just need to get this boat launched and find the safer harbor before the storm.
Well, I finally made it off this island. It's hard to believe it's finally over. The sun's setting on the...
The best survival story is the one where you leave nature still alive behind you.